This is Stasja from editing, and maybe you are thinking, what the heck, she was in her kitchen eating yogurt and now she's in the airport. What's the quick transition? You will see me several times during watching this vlog where I will explain what's going on, because this is my first time trying to film a proper vlog and I don't know what I'm doing, but still I'm trying to be interesting and I'm trying to explain what's going on. So here you can see Stasja sitting in the airport and talking to her mother about everything that happened to her in the last 2 days. Because days before the start of this trip were extremely stressful. My husband, he wasn't feeling well and he was part of this plan. When I started packing in the morning, I saw that my suitcase doesn't work, my new suitcase doesn't work, and I will explain later what happened to my suitcase and how I handled all this stuff. And I was extremely exhausted and tired. This was me just talking about this to my mother and overthinking everything that can go wrong. But little did I know, a lot of things went wrong on this trip, and you will see. But in general, enjoy next clips. I'm finally in Glasgow. I mean, the trip wasn't that bad, and I really liked everything that happened to me. The transfer was smooth. I really liked flying with KLM. It's actually a Dutch Airlines. This was the last time she enjoyed flying with KLM. I have a headache, so I'm gonna unpack and I'm gonna go downstairs to the reception and order breakfast for tomorrow because I forgot it upon check-in. And then I'm gonna just rest. I feel that I need rest, and that's the only thing I need. I have something to make tea here, so I will make myself a really nice warm cup of tea and we'll just take a shower and I will go to this bed. That's all. Can you see this really cute key? Actually, the last moment I started packing my new suitcase that I just bought, I realized that the zipper didn't work. It was unzipping constantly. However, my luggage wasn't overpacked. It was just enough packed. That's why I'm with my old suitcase. I couldn't do anything and I was so nervous and so angry. I was agitated, you know. I think I almost had a panic attack that moment. So I decided to go with my old trusted suitcase. I used to have it for ages. It's a bit beaten, but it works, and I forgot that it doesn't have, you know, this key in the suitcase. And just to explain, Ljubljana airport is a very small airport, and there's maybe 2 shops before check-in and 1 small duty-free after check-in, and I needed to do something before check-in, so I rushed to the old terminal of the airport, and I found this shop with souvenirs, like these tiny teeny shops, and the only thing she had that resembled a key I was looking for was this. So I bought this lock. It's not a keychain, it's a lock, you know, for my suitcase, and I hope it will work because yes, it works. It's a nice moment of this day, of this really stressful traveling day. I traveled for the whole day actually. After arriving to the hotel, I unpacked, went to the shower, which was barely warm, and the lady on the reception explained to me that this is an eco hotel and they cannot make their water warmer, and then I just went to sleep. Good morning. So this is the feed of the day. It's a very bad lighting here, but I don't want to switch on the upper light because it's very harsh. So I'm wearing my tweed skirt today, just black jumper, and I will wear leather boots, high leather boots. It's very dark in Glasgow. There is barely any daylight. I have kind of not that beautiful view from the window. Oh, it's a seagull. But I will just show you because, you know, at the first glance, it's nothing special. Can you see these roofs? Aren't they so pretty? I'm heading to breakfast right now, and then I will take a short walk to the university, but I will make it a little bit longer just to look at Glasgow a little bit more. And yeah, this is my first day of the symposium in Glasgow. I'm excited. At the same time, I'm a little bit nervous. Mixed feelings. So I had already had breakfast. This was really nice, classic Scottish breakfast. And right now I'm heading for my small walk to the university, but still I want to see a little bit of Glasgow. And so far I'm enjoying the spirit of this city. The conference I was visiting in Glasgow was actually a PCE Europe conference, person-centered and experiential psychotherapy conference. It wasn't actually a conference, it was a symposium. And it was really hard to film anything during this conference. Barely anyone photographed anything or filmed. So the clips sometimes don't make any sense. I want to explain the next clip. First day I went to the symposium. All the conference participants were invited to the city chambers to be greeted by the Lord of the City Chamber of Glasgow, if I understood correctly. And it was a very beautiful building and nice experience. Surreal experience of how beautiful is city chambers and council of Glasgow is.
I will be a great choice in coming to Glasgow. Please do enjoy your time during the symposium, more importantly, your time in our city, and enjoy the rest of the time this evening. Thank you very much.
I'm finally home after a whole day of socializing and being with people and meeting new people. And I think I'm really tired. I'm gonna make some ramen noodles and just chill. I hope I can eat them with a spoon. I wanted to bring my fork with me, you know, the one like a small plastic, but I just forgot. It's got salted peacups, which seems amazing, and I also got a yogurt for me, so it's gonna be my dinner. You know, they said to me that you can drink water here, like tap water, and yes, probably you can, but I don't like the taste of tap water here. Maybe it's my own experience, but I like Slovenian water better. Oh, it's not bad, but it smells funky, and I think it's because of the pipes. Every day I try to reflect and journal because this symposium was very important to me from the professional point of view and my professional identity. At the same time, this was the first time I traveled somewhere alone, and it was absolutely out of my comfort zone. So you will see me several times journaling. I remember that the first day I was really inspired, and the last day I journaled a lot about sadness. Morning. It's 7:30 a.m. and I decided to go for a walk before my conference day. I will go to Glasgow Green and to the Equestrian Duke. Now I will apply my makeup. I decided to film it and reflect a little bit how do I like it at the conference and in the Glasgow. Hair is still kind of pink a little bit after my latest hairdresser's experiment. I hope it doesn't look too pink or violet. Here it doesn't look pink, but here I'm a little bit pink still. Okay, I hope it will wash off. However, I didn't see a lot of Glasgow still. I didn't have time. I didn't have time for anything yesterday. I came to the hotel, I rode a little bit, I called my mother, my husband, and that was it. I went to sleep, and then I was very cold. So, because the water in the shower is barely warm,
However, I have a good room heating, so I turned it on and I put on everything that I had, and I waited for 30 to 40 minutes to warm up. And then while I was waiting, I scrolled on my phone, which is a bad stuff to do. I try not to do it at home. I don't have my phone even by my side when I go to the bed. I try to maintain this bedroom hygiene where I only have my Kindle and maybe my book on the bedside table. I was a little bit nervous because I don't know anyone. Maybe I know one or two people at the conference. It turns out really good. People are very open. They talk to you. They ask where you're from. I attended two workshops yesterday. One keynote speaker and opening. Opening was really nice as well. Very reflective. I thought of a lot of things, and I journaled yesterday for half an hour in the evening. And today I'm planning on walking, then get my coffee and breakfast. I know that some people like to see makeup in the vlogs. I'm using this Fenty Beauty foundation, a little bit of Essence Sunshine drops, just like a dupe for Drunk Elephant. I have never used Drunk Elephant. I think it's ridiculous to pay that amount of money for such a product. Today in the morning, we are having a dinner, 3-course dinner, and a Ceilidh dance. Ceilidh dance is a traditional Scottish dance, and I'm really excited to go to Ceilidh. I have never been to anything like that. Maybe in Ukraine. I was once to some traditional wedding. In Slovenia, yeah, maybe once. But I didn't take part. I was just an observer. I'm gonna take part. So after the conference, I have to return to my room, change, and go to the National Piping Center because we also have piping ceremony and Ceilidh dance. So I think it's gonna be an ultimate experience of Scottish culture, and I'm happy. I'm privileged to experience this stuff. By the way, the concealer I use is Natasha Denona. I'm in love with this eyeshadow. This is Hourglass Smoke Glitter eyeshadow, and I don't know what took me so long to try these eyeshadows. I don't know what I've been waiting for, and this eyeshadow looks so great. It is absolutely the eyeshadow of this trip. And I'm gonna do makeup I did yesterday. Just went with this Romand palette with this darkest purplish shade into my crease, just to blend this smoke eyeshadow into my skin. Because in the evening we're going to the piping center. I think in the evening I will use a little bit of eyeliner or something. I don't have eyeliner, I only have a liner with me. Okay, so I'm heading to Glasgow Green, and it's much warmer today. It's almost like spring feeling. And now I understand what does it mean that weather here changes just in a moment, which is very interesting. We don't experience these weather swings in Ljubljana, in Slovenia. I don't know if you can hear seagulls. It's such a vibe. And at the same time, it's very industrial, like some port city. But I think Glasgow has a port, or doesn't. Now I have to switch on my Google Maps because I don't have a clue where I'm going. But first I'm gonna go to Sainsbury's and buy myself some yogurt. Walk to the park. So I'm in Glasgow Green now, and it's like a park, and here you can see residential buildings, and I think that these are the expensive ones. Preparing everything for Christmas amusement park. There are a few people having their morning run, and it's so beautiful because it's sunny but it's a little bit misty, and I love this type of weather. I will show you. Looks amazing. So the light is so beautiful this morning. I don't know if you can see, but the trees are red. Oh my god.
Why is it important to show you the Equestrian Duke here? This is not just a statue in Glasgow. You can see the traffic cone on his hat. I can just read you. Equestrian statue of the Duke of Wellington in Glasgow. But who cares? because the cone is the main character here. The story behind this traffic cone on his head is that it just appeared one night on his head. So the traffic cone reappeared every time on the head of this duke when it was removed. In the end, City Council of Glasgow decided to leave it there, and it became even like something that represents Glasgow and its spirit, its revolutionary spirit.
Today we have our Kaylee night. Kaylee. I think this traditional Scottish dance is pronounced like this, and this is the fit I'm wearing. I'm gonna also put on some black jumper because it's cold outside, and I'm gonna put on my lip gloss, and I'm ready to go actually. I'm gonna walk to the Kaylee dance, and I will take a taxi to come back to the hotel. So it's a 20 to 30 minutes walk. It's bearable in my leather boots. I don't have heels. I hope I will catch some footage there. Wish me luck. Good morning. Yesterday I didn't take any footage during the dance. It was really crowded, a lot of people. I didn't want to bother people with filming. I am, and I have already been to the gym, and I'm very happy I made myself go to the gym. I feel much better. So now I'm gonna do my makeup and chat a little bit about the plan for the day. Today, the last day of the conference, and it's a short day, and also my husband is flying into Glasgow. And I met this Italian psychotherapist here. We clicked. So we decided to get a lunch together today. Half an hour to do my makeup, to grab breakfast and coffee, and run to the keynote speaker.
Scotland has several traditional dishes that I tried, and this was one of them, which is called Cullen skin. This is thick and creamy fish soup. It is traditionally made with smoked haddock, potatoes and onions, often using milk or cream for its rich velvety texture. And then, after having lunch with a colleague from Italy, I just ran into Wonderland for illustrators.
Hi. Okay, so I'm back home and I feel very inspired, very connected to the people. But that's usually how I feel when I reconnect with people from my psychotherapy school, person-centered psychotherapy and experiential psychotherapy and counseling. And I'm waiting for my husband to fly to Glasgow today. I think he's flying, I think he's already here. So I'll check my phone, just a moment. No, he's not here, but I want to share also what I bought. You know, I love illustration and everything creative, and this conference, this conference had its own piece of person-centered creative therapy art topic. I mainly bought things from Cast Art brand, but they have such a variety of things. I'm really impressed how many things they carry. I bought these Khadi papers, A6 format, and it's 320 GSM sheets. And you know, it's such a high quality cotton paper. I saw it on Jackson's Art several times, but I wasn't sure which one should I buy. So I decided to go with these 20 sheets just to try them. I also bought these two sets, metallic art gel pens. It's gold, white and silver. Usually I buy Sakura one. I need to try new brands. They are more like glittery rather than metallic, I think. And I bought 3 fine liners, 02, 05 and 08. And I love fine liners. I use them all the time in my sketchbook, or when I'm journaling, I can draw something.
with these fine liners. So I bought 3 from Kessart also to try them. And then I bought these Artist Granulated Watercolor set, also from Kessart. I'm really into granulating watercolors, but I like Schminke ones. And I bought this set, which is made actually in the UK. It's handmade watercolors. I think for the price it was £26.95. I think it's a very good deal. It's like 34 euros for 14 milliliter tubes. It's a really good price for granulating colors, because granulating colors are pretty expensive. And I bought these. Can you see this? It has sausage dogs. I mean, I miss my babies so much, and I know I will see them very soon, in a week, but still I miss them, you know, and everything sausage dog has to be mine. I feel like I'm a little bit cold, but not in the way that I have a cold or something, but I'm always cold.
Actually, it wasn't just cold. These were the first coughs of full-blown flu that I got during the conference and that I passed over to my husband. So the next several clips, you will see me with a fever from 37.7 degrees Celsius up to 38.8 degrees Celsius, which lasted for 48 hours. Without any rest or even possibility of having normal body temperature. I think here is the right point to stop this first chapter of my travels to Scotland, which ends with traveling from Glasgow to Edinburgh. And I didn't see a lot of Edinburgh, but in the next video I will definitely show a little bit of interesting places that I explored. Hope you enjoyed this first chapter of my vlog. And as I can see, there wasn't too much to show in Glasgow because I didn't explore Glasgow. I went for a job trip. But still, I hope you felt this atmosphere of the academic and me being in this rush but finding balance and waiting for my next ventures. Unfortunately, flu changed my plans. I had to cancel a lot, but in the next vlog I will show you some bits of Scotland which are not that touristy or maybe even explored.